afternoon and I'm hungry for something substantial for lunch. So I'm going to make some fettuccine Alfredo with some shrimp in my rice cooker. I'll be using some noodles, some sour cream. I have some raw shrimp here. I have Alfredo sauce, which is already prepared, and then just some chicken broth that I have left over. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so into the rice cooker, I'm going to put my 1.5 cups of noodles. And this particular noodle is a real favorite of mine. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that, campanelle or campanelli, but these are actually they look like little horns. I like them because they really hold the sauce. It gets really good and in there. So I'm going to go ahead and use a 1.5 cups of these. Oops. So that should be about good. Pour them dry right into the rice cooker. I'm going to start calling this a multi-cooker, I tell you. And then again, as I've said before, you want equal parts of your liquid combination. So 3/4 cup of my chicken broth. And I'll be using about 3/4 cup of my Alfredo sauce, and that should be about 1.5 cups. And I always like to give it a nice good stir to sort of blend things before I put them in. Now the chicken stock is going to be absorbed by the noodles, and again you can use water, but I just like the flavor you get when you use chicken stock. When I've done this with water, I kind of feel like I have a weaker tasting results, I should say. Put right in there. Now if I had some Parmesan cheese, I'd add that to it also, even though this Alfredo sauce already has it, but I don't. I'm going to add just a little dollop of the sour cream because I like the richness. Oh, a little hair more. I like the richness that comes with that. So I'm going to give it a quick little stir around, which you don't really have to do, but and you want to be careful if you're using a fork like I am. But my kitchen is still out of commission as it's being worked on, so all of my good things are put away. I'm working with what I have. Now I'm going to wait to put my shrimp in until this is just about done. So we're just going to go ahead and clip it down. Plug it in. Turn it on. And this is going to cook for about 20 minutes. I'm going to set my timer for 15. And the last 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add my shrimp. So, see you then. While I have my fettuccine Alfredo cooking in my rice cooker, I'm going to go ahead and make garlic bread in my Big Boss halogen oven. Now I have here this small loaf of fresh baked bread that I bought from the bread store this morning. So the first thing that I'm going to do is cut it in half. So I have my 2 parts here. And then what I'm going to use on this is I have some melted butter. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. I'm going to put that on my bread. Get a little bit of it in there. And I used 1.5 tablespoons of butter. You can use margarine or just exclude the butter altogether if you're watching your weight. I tend to be pretty active and I have a fair metabolism, and I don't eat like this all the time, obviously, so I can get away with a little extra. Then what I'm going to do is put on a little bit of garlic salt, a touch of seasoned salt, You want to be kind of careful with the salt. Now I make my own seasoned salt so that I can use sort of an artificial salt and the seasoned salt, because I typically pair this up with garlic salt. So that way I'm only really getting salt in the one. I like to put a little bit of parsley on there, more or less just for looks. And then I like to top mine with a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to use my pump spray so I can control the amount of oil that I get on there. I'm going to go ahead and place these right inside the bottom tray of my halogen oven. Plug it in, and I have this on about 375, and I'm going to put it on for about 10 minutes. I may not use the whole 10 minutes. I'm going to kind of watch it carefully. And we're just going to sort of play this by ear. This will be my first garlic bread in the halogen oven, so let's see what it's going to take. We're down to the last 5 minutes on the pasta, so I'm going to go ahead and get into my shrimp. Just bought this fresh this morning. I just bought a little bit, just enough for this one dish. Go ahead and cut into this. Now these shrimp are, you can use any kind of shrimp you want. These are just a little medium shrimp, and they're already deveined and cleaned, so they're ready to go. And what I'm going to do is just lift off the lid, careful of the steam. How is this coming along? Oh, it's coming along really well. Nice. I'm just going to dump my shrimp right in there. Make sure it's going. Put my lid back on. And in 5 minutes, the shrimp will be done. Timer is just flipped over here to warm, so I think my pasta's ready. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. Pasta's tender. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. The shrimp looks done. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and get this onto a plate and see what we've got. So here it is. This is the shrimp pasta Alfredo with garlic bread. And it took 20 minutes. I did not have to babysit a pot. Everything in here went into the rice cooker with the exception of the shrimp, which just was the last 5 minutes. And the garlic bread cooked in my halogen oven in less time than it would have taken to preheat my main oven. So all in all, I think this was a high success, and I'm going to go eat my dinner.